Hi guys, welcome to another project. This project is actually in Leeds and it's been in the works since April, but we're finally wrapping it up. It's been a very busy year, so this client has been one hell of a patient client, and I'm so happy that we are finally delivering this project to them today. It's a 4-bedroom house, but we actually worked on the whole of the downstairs. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to walk you through what we've done in the entryway, office, the guest toilet, and the open plan kitchen. If this is the kind of video you love to watch, please go ahead to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's enjoy this tour. So if you walk into this entryway, the first thing that's going to catch your attention is the fact that it feels warm. We repainted from white to warm color, and trust me, it was a battle to even get to this level of warm because the client wanted just pure cream, but we succeeded in convincing her that it will actually highlight her doors, just because she wanted to keep her doors white. So this color actually highlights the doors, being that she has so many doors in this entryway. So I was so particular about making sure that the doors were not left out. So that's why we have what we have here. This is such a beautiful color. And in as much as the beginning part of the entryway is wide, it's not such a big entryway. So we needed to make that impact. So when you walk in, the first thing you're going to see by the right is the door to the living room. You can see that I've shut it because I don't want you guys to see what's in there. That's going to be in the next video. And then when you look to this side, this is the stairs that leads to the upstairs. And we have this very beautiful, colorful, large frame. I think this is a 120 by 120 frame. It is so beautiful. I love that in as much as the entryway feels neutral, it kind of pops a very beautiful mix of colors. And if you pay attention so well, you will notice that we have highlighted the pop of colors for this particular property. So the base is neutral, but with, lovely pop of colors. This client is so particular about having neutral furniture, neutral walls, neutral all that, but she's happy for us to play around with some pop of colors. So we actually went bold. Also being that this is going to be the only frame you're going to be seeing here. So we had to really make it stand out. That wow factor. So that's what we've done here. We highlighted with a picture light because we want this to be an additional lighting for the space. So that's what you have here. And moving upstairs, I'm not going to take you guys upstairs because it's just the lighting and we had to just accessorize a little bit. That's the landing. So when you come to this side of the entryway, you're going to see this beautiful antique mirrors we have used to highlight this part of the radiator. It's just a radiator and the door kind of blocks this part of the entryway. So we just didn't want to leave it bare. So we had to go with this just to add character to the space. And you can see the chandelier. You guys know that Didi is always big on chandelier. And because the entryway again is small, we needed to create that wow factor with the chandelier. And that's what we have done. So when you move from here to this side, this is where you have the home office. So come inside. So this is the home office. One of the key things for this client is the fact that they want a situation where if one person is using the home office, the other person can sit and chat. So that was very important to them. You can see it's a small space, but we had to find a way to make it work. So they have that. What you have seen here is same neutral shade of paint we introduced into the space, and we retained their desk because for this particular office the desk just was suitable for the space. Client wanted to keep the desk, but we changed the office chair. Then we had to bring in this very large frame. You guys can see how bold and beautiful, and focus was to make sure that whoever is walking into the space feels that wow factor. It's such a large framed wall art and it's so heavy. The wood is so heavy, you guys. I just love how abstract it feels, like you can just mean anything to anybody. And I love that it's black, so it just pops the whole space, like the wall as it is. So it makes the office even feel bigger than it is. This office is quite small. So we also went ahead to introduce a shelving, just to accessorize. And this mini mirror, trust me, I have a thing for mirrors. I could have as well just said there's no point for this mirror, but it is doing something very magnificent here. I just love that it is very amoebic. Is that amoebic? Very abnormal shape mirror, but so small and perfect for these two shelves you see here. So again, I love that the frames are walnut, so it adds that whole timelessness to the space. And then that's what we have done. We've accessorized, and we have this small lights, you know, chandelier here. So we also introduced this very light curtains, again because it's a small space, we didn't want to go any darker than this, and also so it opens it up. So that's what we have done here. And we have accessorized the window with this lovely textured black vase. I love this vase so much. I just love it. We used the vase to introduce greenery to this window. That was Amaka's decision, because for me, I just wanted to keep the vase here. And then she goes, are you gonna leave the vase like that? So this looks really good. I love the fact that it has added, yes, it added greenery to this space. And also because we have this pop of colored accent chair, so it just marries the whole thing. So what we have actually done with the accent chair is, by the time we reveal other parts of the house, you understand that green is a pop of color in this space. It's the main pop of color, in as much as there is that little touch of orchard. There's that touch of little orchard, but green is a main pop of color. So that's why we had to go with this particular chair. And also the fact that they like high back chairs. So that's why we had to choose this particular one. We have these lovely frames by this corner, and that's what we have done. We actually have this rechargeable table lamp here as a desk lamp. I love how portable it looks. I love that it has added a little bit of, you know, glam to the space with a gold base. It's so beautiful, guys. And it had to be rechargeable again because we don't want to be dealing with, you know, plugging and all that. So yeah, we have accessorized with, you know, diffuser, this lovely frame, and we use that little vase to add greenery to the space. That's literally what we've done in this office. Let me know what you guys think about this home office. I love it. I love it. I feel like it just marries the whole space. Like when you walk in, because it's the first room you see by your left when you come in. So it needed to just look the part.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one.
Let's go over to the guest toilets. Let's show you what we have done in the guest toilets. So we just had to accessorize again. There were no tiles here, so this was tiled up halfway, and then we introduced this mirror and the chandelier and the little frame you have here. So like I said, it's not much, but it just made sense that we had to add the tiles and paint. You know, we painted above the wall, and yeah, just beautiful. I feel like for a small toilet like this, mirror is very important, especially because guests will be using this. So it's important that when you finish freshening up, you need to be able to see yourself and feel good about yourself. Anyway, let's go to the open plan. Ooh, ta-da! This is their kitchen. Actually, we didn't do much in this particular kitchen because she wanted her kitchen the way it is. When we viewed this property, this did not have tiles like a splashback. So the client had to install the splashback, and then we painted above the tiles, right? Because we had to paint this whole place. So we painted above the tiles, and we also had this lights fixture, this chandelier for them. We had to accessorize and all that. That's basically what we did in this kitchen. The major part of the design comes from or starts from that side. So I'm going to take you guys to that side of the open plan. So So this is a marble table, guys. This table, don't even think about lifting it. It was worth to have to get a rug underneath. So the client had this table. This table caught my attention the first day we viewed this property. So beautiful, so elegant. So the client had this table, had this chair. I'm not a fan of high back dining chair, but again, if you notice the trend, they love high back seats because they're very tall actually. So we had to retain the furniture, but we had lighting on that side, so we had to move the dining light to this part of the dining, so we highlight where the dining is. So we installed this lovely ceiling light, then we accessorized with this lovely large vase, and then we introduced curtains to this side of the patio door. If you notice, there's a patio door here and there is also a window there, so we introduced the same curtains to run across. And we had the option of wanting to put like a Roman blind, but we felt, okay, so let's just open up the whole space at once with the same curtains instead of having curtains here and breaking it up. Wanted it to feel like one whole space. So that's what we have done there, and we have accessorized with these lovely frames. Did I also mention that we had to introduce rug underneath this dining table, because that's why I was telling you guys that it was difficult to raise this table. This marble, nah. Anyway, so we have this lovely curved full-length mirror here, and we wanted it to, you know, bounce back light and open up the space even more. So that's why we strategically have it here. So beautiful. I love the view from that side, which I'm going to show you guys as we proceed. Come over to this side. Over here, this is the door that leads to the living room. So we're not opening that. One of the key brief for this particular space is the client wants a space where she can just chill, sit, and, you know, away from the main living room, away from the dining and kitchen. She really insisted on that, because the first time we viewed, they had a freezer here and they had a fridge there, so it felt very cluttered and all that. So we had no choice than to introduce this small sofa. I wanted 2 accent chairs because I wanted a situation where, in fact, 2 swivel accent chairs. I wanted a situation where she can comfortably sit and watch the TV, you know, position it anywhere and sit and watch the TV. But she insisted that we get like a sofa. Again, it's a high back thing and all that. So we had to bulge, and then we introduced this, and we used the floor lamp to actually, you know, create that cozy vibe in this space. Okay, because we had to close up this light here, the spotlight across, but we had to close up this lights fixture here, just so that we don't have too much lighting in the kitchen, the dining, and here. Because in neutral furniture, we needed to make this place feel a little bit of what this house feels like. Okay, so we introduced this lovely large frame framed in walnut wood. We introduced a pop-up green with the cushions with some pattern and texture. Okay, so that's what we have done with the cushions. This is wool, and I love that it's very colorful, it's vibrant. So against this very neutral space, it just tells you, okay, this is still part of the house, you know, and it's so beautiful. Again, because of the height, it has made this space feel really high, you know. So that's what we've done here. And because they insisted on having a TV, because she wants to be able to watch TV from her kitchen, we had to introduce these 2 wall lights, you know, by the TV. So she has that extra lighting for this space. If she doesn't want to use the floor lamp, she can use the wall light. And we use this pedestal to add a touch of greenery to this space and just keep all their remotes in, you know. So that's what we have done in this area. So if you notice what we've done with the bouquet, we kind of popped in a little bit of yellow. I feel like every client has their own unique bouquet made by us. So for them, the pop of color is the green and the yellow. So we just had to pop strands of yellow into the vases, so that, you know, it just tells you, okay, this is what we're doing. It's just so beautiful and intentional. So yeah, that's what we have done for them in the entryway open plan office. I had to put everything together because I don't want to just, you know, cut the video in short. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We are still taking on a few winter projects, so do well to contact us on the address in my description box. Even I'm going to put it on the screen here. If you have any project in mind, send across to us. We'll see if it's something we can jump on. So let me know, what is your favorite thing in this space? Are you a fan of high back chairs? It's so funny how we meet unique clients with their unique needs, or we're able to tailor their design according to their needs. And this particular client is one client that I love how patient they have been, because see, this was one client that I was trying not to agree. You understand? But at the end of the day, the goal is to make sure that we meet our clients halfway, just to make sure that we're able to bring their vision to life. And I believe, I'm trusting that that's what we have done with their space. So yeah, let me know what's your favorite thing in this space, the whole of this space, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, and do all the needful. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay fabulous. Bye.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Sometimes I